Well, okay, here we are back at the wood chips. I told you I would show you how I was going to spread these, and I think I can do it in a way that would be fairly uniform and break up some of the sticks. One person guessed it, and the rest of you, or at least the last time I checked, only one person guessed it. But here we go. Let me show you what I'm doing. Let me tell you first what I'm going to do, and then we'll get after it. So as I showed you before, when I came through here this way with the tractor to dump, and as you're dumping with the bucket, it's going to leave piles. You're not going to get a good distribution, especially if you got sticks in it like those do. And for that reason, I've got to come through here and try to scatter them. Well, if I just take the bucket and put on top of them and pull, sometimes that works reasonably well, but most of the time it does not. It just grabs, as you're pulling, especially again, if you got sticks in it, it will grab and pull, and you'll have a big clump underneath the bucket, and you'll have some bare spots up in here where you tried to pull through. So it's just not a good, I have found over the years, just not a good way of doing that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run my tiller through it. Now wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. Some of you have already scrolled down. You put the all caps lock on and you're fixing to write, you can't till wood chips into the soil. That's not what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to run the tiller through the chips, not through the chips into the ground. I'm not going to be going deep enough. The chips are so tall, even if I set the tiller all the way on the ground, it's not going to get down to the soil because I've got so many inches of wood chips there. So running the tiller, I have found, I've done this many times, running the tiller through wood chips just really helps to distribute them. I don't know whether you can see this or not, but this is kind of a place where it's real shallow. As I came through here with the tractor, I dumped right here and I dumped right here, which leaves kind of a shallow place in the middle. So the tiller, as I come through here like this, and I'm gonna go, I think, left to right first, the tiller will throw, because the tiller's going backwards, the tiller will throw some of that from this pile over to this shallow spot. It just really, again, I've done it many times over the years, and it just seems to be a good way to scatter the wood chips, to mix them in more uniformly with each other. There's got some leaves in there, you got some wood chips, you got some sticks. I don't know that I've ever run the tiller through wood chips that had this many sticks in it, but I believe it's going to cut up some of the sticks and make them into smaller entities. That is the plan, let's put it that way, and we'll see how it goes. Let me set you up. Well, I hope this looks as good on video as it does here. First time I went this way, and then I came and went up and down it actually twice. It knocked all the mounds down, but I tell you what, I am really impressed. I could hear it hitting the sticks. Sounded a lot like when you're tilling and you're hitting the rocks, and so man, it really got into these sticks, broke them up quite a bit. There's still some sticks, but they did break some of them up quite a bit, and the better you can break them up, the quicker they're going to compost. Sticks will compost just like these wood chips will. So don't Don't think, you know, sticks are a bad thing. They get in your way. They're a little trouble, but they will turn into compost. But it's really beautiful. Like I say, you can see places where the tire tracks were, the kind of ruts where that 7,000 pound tractor ran through it. But this is really look good. I will come back through here before I take my tiller off. I'll probably do this another time or two just to break those sticks up, and just to do it as good as I can. While I've got the tiller on there, might as well do it, because once I take the tiller off, it's off for the season, I would imagine, unless something comes up. This is where I had my container garden last year, up on this top patch. So what I've decided to do, all these tubs, all these earth boxes, all these grow bags are gonna go right here. And they'll probably stay there 2 years, because it's gonna take a couple of years for that to decompose. I put it in there pretty doggone thick. So in the next 2 years, my container garden, all my containers, my earth boxes, there's some more earth boxes there, will be in this plot here. And I won't have to worry about weeds. I won't have to worry about setting up and getting the tubs level, the earth boxes level, which they really need to be to have that wicking action. Because if you got an earth box and it's sitting off like this, you just drag a few wood chips under that end and raise it up. It's so easy to level containers when you're on wood chips. Right now, it looks good, better than I imagined. It really is. Now, I've done this many times through the wood chips through the years, but they had so many sticks in it, I really didn't like the looks of it. But man, I could hear those sticks just beating up under that tiller, and as far as I can tell, there's not a dadgum stick wrapped around that tiller. There's nothing under there. It's just beautiful. Man, looks good. I'm pleased as punch. So walk through this year with me as I do my container garden right here. Still gonna have the blackberries back there. Blackberries in the orange and blue tubs. Still gonna do the blackberries, but for right here, we're gonna put the container garden with veggies in it, squash, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, beans, things like that. We're just gonna have a big time. We'll grow peas and corn somewhere, and we will grow other veggies in the containers right there where I just tilled. Hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Shoot, I like it. All right, we're gone.